Talking of people delivering on the world stage, Benny Hinn. Do you know Benny Hinn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has delivered a sucker punch. Watch.
Now you can make checks payable, of course, to Benny Hinn Ministries.
Appeals for cash are a mainstay of his ministry.
Your name, your account number, your expiration date, and sign.
Before Bishop Oyedepo, Pastor Adeboye, Prophet T.B. Joshua, Apostle Suleiman, there was Benny Hinn. Watch him again in action.
Take it! Take it! Take it! Take it! Join hands quick. Join hands, I said, quick. Take that order!
Shh! Take it! Shh! Take it! You see, he was a master, and he did very well for himself. Very well. Listen.
His home, 7,000 square feet of living space, is worth over $10 million. It's in an exclusive enclave in California, surrounded by security guards on one side and spectacular views of the Pacific Ocean on the other.
Benny Hinn is a Palestinian-born preacher who made $100 million a year for the last 20 years or something. He lives in an exclusive part of California in a multi-million-dollar mansion.
What?
Yeah, and has private jets. And like all men of God, he had never collected a dollar pay from his ministry.
No.
Oh yeah, when they say that, they always say that. All of them, they never collect any money from anybody. He lived in luxury because that is the fruit that prosperity preaching bears. It bore the same fruit for Benson Idahosa. It is what has guaranteed good life for the next 4 generations of Pastor Adeboye, Prophet T.B. Joshua, Apostle Suleiman, Bishop Oyedepo. Their next 4 generations, they are guaranteed good life because of the fruits of prosperity preaching. Now, the churches that they started may soon die after they pass away. But the universities will still be there. The real estate will still be there. The printing press may still be there if they manage it well. As for the holy water factory, manufacturing factory, they will turn that one into wine making factory or Indomie making factory. And they will do something. The point is that is what happened with other churches like theirs when the leaders pass away. Benny, come please, come and reassure them. Reassure them.
I have never lied to you. Never. I never will. I'd rather die than lie to God's people.
He would rather die than to lie to you. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that was then. Here is now.
And I'm sorry to say that prosperity has gone a little crazy. And I'm correcting my own theology, and you need to all know it.
Did you hear? Wait a minute. I need to hear this. You need to hear this. Pastor Adeboye needs to hear this. Apostle Suleiman needs to hear it. Prophet T.B. Let's Benny, talk to them. Go on.
And I will tell you now something that it's going to shock you. I think it's an offense to the Lord. It's an offense to say, give $1,000.
Wow. Stop the man. No, wait. He said it's an offense against whom? Okay, let's hear you.
I think it's offense to the Holy Spirit to place a price on the gospel. I'm done with it.
Wow, the man is done with it. I predict that in another 100 years, Adeboye and Suleiman and Oyedepo, they will be done with it. Give them 100 years, they'll be done with prosperity preaching. But that that is not the end of the confession. That is not the end of the confession of Benny Hinn. So let's listen to the man again.
I will never again ask you to give 1,000 or whatever amounts because I think the Holy Ghost is just fed up with it. Did you hear me?
No. Did you hear him? Here is what happened there. The man of God felt that he dropped a bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And yet, the people of Japan, they gave him a polite clap and they continue to live their life. How dare you give Benny just a weak and polite clap? You all should have fallen down from your chairs in shock. The man of God apparently thought that his followers didn't know all this while, that all this is show off on stage, that they were all bullshit. Sorry, did I say that? So he continued to try to get the kind of reaction he wanted from them. Watch it.
Am I shocking you? Good, let's have a high five on this one.
Am I shocking you? That's what he asked him. Am I shocking you? That was very sad, very pathetic. It was very pathetic to watch him, whole man of God, begging his audience. Am I shocking you? I said, oh my, oh my. The lead is off. Shall we dance? Let's dance. Get me that, my man. Because it's over. Prosperity preaching is done with. Let's dance. What? The same dance? Do you have to have more than one dance? Anyway. Okay. But the point is this. So what is Benny Hinn's motivation? Something must be motivating him to be this repentance about this prosperity preaching. Let's hear him.
You know why? I don't want to get to heaven and be rebuked.
Oh, it is the usual thing. He is getting old and getting sick, and once prostate cancer or something catches you, you start getting the message that is about time, and you start singing that song. You know the song? This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. Heaven is now my home. Oh Lord, what shall I do? The angels beckon me. Oh God. You know the song? But I'm not at home in this world anymore. And that's when you start thinking that way. That's what's happening to Benny Hinn, our man, Benny Hinn. And more importantly, he doesn't want to be revoked when he gets to heaven. I think it is time we say it as it is. Benny, come and help us. Tell them.
The gospel is not for sale. And the blessings of God are not for sale. And miracles are not for sale. And prosperity is not for sale.
Thank you, Benny. Thank you so much. I will pass this message to Adeboye and to Suleiman and to Yedepo and to TB Joshua. Hi, I'm Dr. Damages. Do high fees damage your wallet when you send money home? I've got the damage control. Use Wave for no fee transfers. Remember the promo code DOCTOR for $5.
Introducing Dr. and Jackie Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York City.
Yes. New York City is so great that on the same week that President Trump is on trial at the U.S. Senate, we sent the first U.S. lawmaker to endorse him for president to jail.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we did it. Take a look.
Do you solemnly swear that in all things appertaining to the trial of the impeachment of Donald John Trump, President of the United States, now pending, you will do impartial justice according to the Constitution and laws, so help you God?
Wait, that thing is actually happening? Anyway, former Congressman Chris Collins will serve 26 months in prison. Not for supporting President Trump. No. For insider trading.
What?
You know what insider trading means? Mr. Collins got an insider information while attending a meeting at the White House. He called his son, he called from the White House, and shared that confidential information about an Australian company that was in trouble. Based on the information, the son sold off the family's stocks in the company before the whole thing went down. Yep, that was exactly what Reverend Father Mbaka did on December 31st, 2019. Watch.
I lift up my hands, lift your candles, and I bless Hope Uzodinma. And I empower him spiritually to go and take over. How? I don't know.
You see, if Reverend Mbaka were to be in New York City, we will have charged him for insider trading. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because he got insider information from Hope Uzodinma that the Nigerian Supreme Court had been seen and has been settled. And that they have agreed, the judges, that it will be Hope Uzodinma for governor of Imo State. Mbaka then used that information to buy millions of shares in the second biggest business in Nigeria, church business. That's what it is. Okay, do you know how much Father Mbaka's holy water costs now? Do you know? A lot of money. I'm looking for a gallon. If for instance you have, share with me, maybe give me a cup. I have a problem which is that no medication can Anyway, as for the price of Mbaka's holy milk, it is off the roof. Don't even dream about it unless you're a millionaire, multi-millionaire, not just ordinary millionaire, multi-millionaire. Anyway, here is the story that we're talking about.
A seven-man panel led by the Chief Justice Tanko Mohammed unanimously declared Senator Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressives Congress APC as a winner of the March 19th governorship election.
Yep. I am sure the news shocked you. The same way it shocked everybody. Shocked me. The Supreme Court of Nigeria decided that Hope Uzodinma, the man who came forth in the 2019 election for governor, should be sworn in as the governor of Imo State because something happened during the election that denied him 213,295 votes. That was the reason. So the Supreme Court added that votes to Hope Uzodinma's 96,458 votes to give him the first position with a new total of 309,753 votes.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Did you see what they did there? The total voters accredited for the election were 832,743 people, while the total votes cast as a result of this addition is now 927,630 votes. Did you see what happened there? There's a difference of 103,887 ghost votes from ghost voters that only the Supreme Court of Nigeria saw. They were the only ones that could see the votes and the voters. My friends, give it up for the Nigerian Supreme Court. Give it up for them. This is the kind of thinking that you get when the Chief Justice of Nigeria studies Sharia. We haven't started paying the price for that choice of a man. If you think merit is costly, try mediocrity. Sasha! Tweet that out. I won't be surprised if nobody on that Supreme Court had credit in mathematics. Nonsense. Now, for Hope Uzodinma, who now got the leading votes, guess how many members his APC party got in the same election happening the same day in the State House of Assembly in Imo State? 0. Here is the breakdown of Imo State House of Assembly. PDP has 13 members. AA has 6 members. ABGA has 6 members. APC, 0. This is a funny one. I was told that Hope Uzodinma's deputy, Professor Njoko, defected to PDP as soon as Ihedioha was declared the winner of the election. that showed you how much confidence he had in their mandate. He defected, and he was offered a position of a commissioner, and he took it. Yeah, this is a sign that he was confident that they won. They earned the people's votes. Anyway, as expected, Professor Njoko returned to Hope Uzodinma and was sworn in with him as a deputy governor. So he moved from being commissioner under PDP to being deputy governor under APC in one day. You see, maybe. Now, this is what I think should happen now, because we have to find a solution. INEC should sue the Supreme Court of Nigeria for giving Hope Uzodinma as much votes. No, what am I saying? More votes than all the accredited voters in Imo State. They should sue the Supreme Court. You know that won't happen. It won't happen. The people of Imo State should protest and refuse to allow Hope Uzodinma to govern them on the premise that their mandate has been messed up by the Supreme Court. Again, we know that won't happen. A new group of political psychophants have taken over in over. They've taken over. That won't happen. In that case, if Dinta more atuwa, no, more ebe. The House of Assembly in Imo State should impeach the governor and impeach the deputy and have the Speaker of the House govern the state until a new election takes place. That's the solution to me. There are so many reasons to impeach the governor, the new governor. There's so many reasons. Apart from the fact that his skin color has been becoming lighter and lighter over the years. I mean, we are wondering what's going on. But anyway, his second wife is too young for him. She's the youngest first lady in Nigeria. She's like 30 years. While the man is like maybe 70 or 80, who knows? Please. Don't mention Buhari and Aisha. You see, that you have Hishba does not mean it is legal to have Amotekun. It's not. We'll get to that. We'll get to that story. Mbano. You're wrong. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. Is it not Judge Orwell that said that? He's talking fact. Now, according to section 419 of the Criminal Code in Nigeria, one section that most people don't quote very often, it says that if an old man obtains a young wife by pretending that he will one day become the governor of his state. I forgot the rest of the quote. Read it up. Go to your constitution. Read it up. But it's there. I think the Supreme Court of Nigeria should henceforth take charge of counting the votes in Nigeria. That will save us money and time. You know what I mean? After every election, they go and count the vote for us. That is why in third world countries like Nigeria, the Supreme Court should not be the final court. There should be something like double Supreme Court, so that when the Supreme Court delivers this kind of judgment, we could sue them at the double Supreme Court. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's something like the way you have chiefs in these localities like Imo State, and then you have double chiefs. If chiefs are not behaving well, you go to the double chief. Otherwise, this kind of judgment, what it means is that once you have a prophet or a pastor or an apostle make a prediction about what you desire, the next thing is for you to bribe the judges of the Supreme Court to get the judgment that you want. Wait, what did I say now? Did I say bribe? That's blasphemy now. You have to behave well. Behave well. Just behave well. Excuse me. No, something is wrong with me. Something is wrong with. I mean to say, if you see the Supreme Court judges, Oh yeah. Let us hear from the new governor. Let's hear from him.
And there's so much excitement down there in Imo State. The people are happy. It's just a simple manifestation that their expectations and the mandate which they gave to me was protected.
Yes, there is excitement in the land. Mbaka was on hand to disinfect the government house before even the governor walked in for the first time. And he disinfected the chair too. And unlike Buhari, when Mbaka was leaving, Uzodinma saw him, quote unquote. You know what I mean? You won't catch Mbaka complaining about Uzodinma the way he has been complaining about Buhari not being grateful. No, you know what I mean? He told it to the governor of Kano when he came to his church that Buhari was like, okay, watch now.
APC was down till the prophecy came up here that Buhari is going to be the president. And after that, we were forgotten and abandoned. It's because of this Buhari that we have told people to be all this rubbish he had today. And I want to tell you, if Buhari will remain ungrateful to this ministry, he is going nowhere. You people should go and come back. You should not take us for granted.
Anyway, the point is that there was so much excitement in Imo State over that announcement, the news. Talking of excitement, oh yes, for a moment, there was excitement in the Southwest that finally their governors have grown balls. Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Watch.
What is happening is that the Yoruba people, led by their governors, the elected leaders of their states, are stepping forward to give a higher level of protection to the Yoruba people in their farms and their homes.
Yes, they did it. No more armed robbers. No more 419 people. No more Yahoo boys. The governors of the Southwest started a paramilitary group called Amotekun. They did so because they were worried about increase in crime and insecurity in their region. Who will blame them? These were crimes that the federal police, the DSS, the AEFCC, the CPC, the civilian JTF, the civil defense, the FRC, and all the dozens and dozens of our federal law enforcement agencies in the Southwest could not handle. Crimes like having one man send 2 bullion vans to the bank to collect money in millions and take it to his house for God knows what. I know. Or those men who are caught every week in Ogun State and Ibadan carrying human body parts in polythene bags. Things like that. So the governors decided to do something about it, about those criminals. What? I forgot something. Oh, herdsmen. No. Herdsmen that destroy farmers and the crops. No. You see, Shango has taken care of that one. Don't you? Every week you read the story. Shango uses lightning and thunder to destroy those cows. So Shango probably was the first Amotekun before this new group that needs trucks and stick to operate. Anyway, as soon as the governors launched the operation, the chief protectors of the sacred letters of the Nigerian Constitution, Yerima Shetima and his Arewa youths, issued a warning that Yorubas must disband their nonsense Amotekun, or I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you first. Or there will be civil war. That's what. Look at the headline now. I'm not the one making it up. Look at it. Now, before I could say, can't we get along? Or can't we all get along? The Miaita Allah, this is the cultural group. Yeah, right. Issued their own warning. I think their warning was more than war. They were threatening to annex the Southwest and make it a part of the caliphate. I mean, that was big. Oh, I didn't take any of those people seriously, because they just call a meeting and talk. After all, the only armed group that they have, that they control, is his back. That's all. And then the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, spoke. Oh yeah, he called the idea of Operation Amotekun illegal and unconstitutional. Look at it. Look at the headline now. Look at it. Yep. The whole Attorney General. He warned the governors of the Southwest to abolish it in 24 hours or else. He didn't finish the statement. but they knew what he meant. The next day, Malami's political wing told the Southwest to forget about the presidency of 2023 because of this insubordination that they have shown, with this their Amateku idea. You know what I mean? They called it insubordination. Who wrote this crap? Who wrote this crap? I don't know. Anyway, you can read the real news in the newspapers because I don't know. My writers are crazy. So you think the Yoruba will blink? Hell no. Bola Tinubu called a world press conference. When we say world press conference, we mean world. And the first line of his statement says, "To hell with their presidency." Look at the headline now. Why are you looking at me like this guy? You are writing this in your bedroom. Look at the headline. Okay. That wasn't Bola Tinubu that was speaking. That wasn't him. That was Afenifere. Is it me, or are they beginning to sound like Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB? Everybody's sounding the same way. Why? Now, you can forgive me for assuming that it was Tinubu that was speaking. I understand that Tinubu is still working on his press statement. He has to be perfect. He has to work in the north and work in the west and work in the east. He has to say something that will work all over the country. God bless him. God help him. Meanwhile, the leaders of the South and the Middle Belt, they called the Attorney General Abubakar Malami's statement on Amatekun and an abuse of office. Hey! They told the governors of the Southwest to ignore that man, Malami. Look at that. Am I the one? I'm not saying these things. It's in the papers. Even our own Nobel laureate, Wole Soyinka, had a different idea. He asked the Attorney General Malami to take the Southwest governors to court.
Let Malami and the others go and test it in court.
Yep. Take them to court. All this not talk. You know what I mean? All this not talk. The supreme leader of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, was the only one doing something about it. He announced that he was sending 1 million men to the Southwest to support the Yoruba in their fight. What he didn't say was that some of these men will be members of the elite Biafra Secret Service that stopped the Fulani headsmen from destroying crops anywhere in eastern Nigeria. These are seasoned guys. So just while I was getting into the studio, Maita called on the federal government to just stop everything they are doing and arrest all these Yoruba leaders supporting this Amotokun of a thing. Amateku. They said arrest them, all of them. See the headline. You see, Maita Allah group does not mind if the Yoruba borrowed their Hishbal group, but coming up with Amotokun, he said, no, who born you? Now, before you tell me that another civil war is loading, remember, we are not done with the last one. We are not done with the last one, so there can't be another one. Anyway, all these things were happening on the same week that some old people, God bless them, had a conference in Lagos called Never Again, Biafra, 50 years after. The conference is, a kind of remembrance of 50 years after the end of the last civil war in Nigeria. Never again. They kept saying, never again. Here is musician Onyekonwenu speaking at the conference. Watch.
Person, I stand before you committed to the project called Nigeria, but at the same time, you talk about never again. With what is happening now, never again?
Wow. I didn't know that woman is fire. Damn. Go and watch the rest of her contribution. It's amazing. I didn't know. The whole talk of no victor, no vanquished that Gowon proposed after the war was just lip service. I didn't know that. Even the evil genius himself recognized that fact. Listen to Ibrahim Babangida.
I think we didn't push it hard. We should have pushed all those harder so that you don't have people can sit down and say we met at Unity School together.
Hey, we didn't push it hard. We should have pushed harder. That was what Babangida was saying. Now, if you think we have problems in Nigeria, move over to Lesotho. There, the prime minister has resigned. Oh yeah, Lesotho's prime minister, Thomas Tambén, did not resign because people from his part of the country formed the Amotekun. No. He resigned because he is a suspect in the killing of his first wife.
What?
Yeah. See, when he became prime minister, there was a fight over who should be the first lady. It happens all the time, in Imo State, there might be a fight to the former wife, and but anyway, the fight went all the way to the courts. Maybe the Supreme Court of Lesotho, I don't know. But guess what? The court ruled in favor of the first wife number one, that she should be the first lady. 2 days to the inauguration of the prime minister, wife number one that won the court case was gone down. Now, the prime suspect was wife number two. Police declared wife number two wanted, and she went missing. She disappeared. And just the other day, police named the prime minister as a person of interest in that case. They didn't say why, but who knows? Maybe he drove the getaway car or something like that. What will the courts say about Operation Amotekun? What do you think they will say? If the court rules in favor of it, will the opponents shoot the winner? I'm just asking you. Oh, and will that bring about the resignation of the prime minister? Please stay tuned. Just tell me on the comments what you think. Tell me. I want to hear your view. These are serious times. You know what I mean? Here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. And it says, you think your pain and your heartbreak are unprecedented in the history of the world, but then you read. It was books that taught me that the things that tormented me most were the very things that connected me with all the people who were alive, who had ever lived. I go deep to bring this to you. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
Woo! Thank you. I see some of you subscribing every week. It's going up, but please, we need to do more. We have to. By now, we should have hit 20,000. You know what I mean? Please. My colleagues are in 300,000. Help me. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, my man. Thank you, lady. Thank you, young woman. Thank you. Grandma, thank you. Yes, thank you. Great news. Sendwave is expanding to Spain, Italy, and Ireland. No more excuses, my brothers and sisters. You can now enjoy the same free, secure, fast, easy, and trusted way that over 500,000 people in the US and the UK are using to send money home. Now, from December 3rd to December 10th, you can get 10 euros on top of your first transaction by using the promo code DOCTOR. After that, it is €5. So rush to our app store and download Sendwave.
Introducing Dr. Jackery Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We are coming to you from the greatest city in the world.
New York City.
Yes. New York City is so great that we hosted world leaders, all of them, all through last week.
Wow.
They came, they saw, they got damaged.
Wow.
Virtually all of them got damaged. You know what? Watch. Did you see this? Did you see the guy? Ladies and gentlemen, that guy is my retired noisemaker. He was giving his butt to the NYPD, to Buhari, and the folks in front of the Nigerian house in New York City. For what? For continuing to detain Omoyele Sowore.
Really?
I know what you are thinking. You are saying to yourself, God forgive them for they do not know what they are doing. God forgive those protesters for damaging Nigeria's image. And Buhari's great speech at the UN. Did you watch his speech?
No.
You didn't watch his speech? You didn't see the great speech of Buhari at the UN? You missed. Now, I'll just show you where Buhari was asked a simple question about the youth of Nigeria, what he was going to do about this climate change, and he gave a wonderful answer. Watch.
President Buhari, Nigeria has a very young population. Perhaps you might highlight what a pathway for a resilient future looks like.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I share the sentiment expressed by the Secretary General that the world is on the verge of climate catastrophe. Undeniably, climate change is a human-induced phenomenon. It is now imperative that we must step up our collective climate actions in line with the request of the Secretary General.
You see, it is either that Buhari got an expo. You know what an expo is? They told him the question they will ask him, and then it turned out to be wrong. Or that he felt that it would be horrible for him to even attempt to answer the question. So he decided to read something that is totally off the point. Well, the damages were beyond Buhari. They were far and wide. Look at this.
The House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry. I'm directing our 6 committees to proceed with their investigations under that umbrella of impeachment inquiry.
What? The Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives dropped the I word. But why? Nancy, why? What? Let's listen to her reason.
The president must be held accountable. No one is above the law.
Yep. No one is above the law. Except for the DSS in Nigeria. No one else is above the law. So President Trump went to New York City with his head high and came out wounded and facing a possible impeachment. In the UK, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, got ordered by the UK Supreme Court to reopen Parliament. The Prime Minister had no option but to do so. In Nigeria, they will ignore the court order. But in UK, they have no option. They reopened Parliament. On the first day he appeared, he was questioned for 3.5 hours. Can you imagine that? Imagine President Buhari or President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda being questioned for 3.5 hours in Parliament. Buhari will run out of saliva in his mouth trying to answer questions. Anyway, it's not an insult. It's something that will happen. It happens to everybody. Anyway, after that, the Prime Minister of UK refused to stay for point of order. Watch.
I think it would be a courtesy to stay for the point. It would be a courtesy to stay for the point of order. The point of order relates to the matter with which we've just been dealing. Don't sit down.
That speaker is a crazy man. Of course, trust the backbenchers. They booed him. If this were to be Nigeria, they would have said, they would have arrested all of them for insulting the president. A Kara Republic. Anyway, here is how the Speaker of the House of Commons put it. Watch.
Well, I think I asked the Prime Minister if he'd be willing to stay, but he doesn't wish to do so. So be it.
Talking of point of order. Point of order! What do you think about this?
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you spoil our youth and our dreams? How dare you? You see, people all over the world are disgusted by politics and politicians, that they are looking for inspiration from other places. Take a look.
Harry and Meghan's son, Archie Harrison, makes his first official appearance during the couple's royal tour of Africa. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex introduced their 4-month-old boy to Archbishop Desmond Tutu and his daughter.
Do you know Archie? Isn't that adorable? Yeah, isn't that so cute? But the Africa that Archie, can they actually make Archie the next king of England instead of these people from the other family? Anyway, the Africa that Archie visited was in a mess. In Nigeria last week, police rescued over 300 male students, locked up and some chained inside an Islamic school.
What?
Oh yeah, look at the pictures. The students have been beaten, abused, and stabbed.
No.
Oh yeah, it is called a horror house. Look at him. Look at him. Families bring their children there to learn the Quran. Some were brought there to be reformed. Now, for example, if you were a drug user, your family will just package you and bring you there to be reformed. If you insult the president while taking shower, your family will just package you, put you into the Islamic school so that you go there and be reformed. Some of the kids that you see in that school are the ones you see begging on the streets of Kano State or Kaduna State. Some are assigned to blind people to guide them across town as they beg. One of the men there who spoke to BBC in English said that he was sent there because he came back from studies abroad and people thought that he had become a Christian, so they sent him there so that he will learn Islamic lifestyle again. Listen to him.
Doctor, are you a medical doctor?
PhD, energy economics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
I decided I became a Christian because I spent 16 years in the UK. I married there. So I got back to Nigeria to come and settle with my family. And the extended family came and told these people that I became a Christian. I've converted. I'm trying to convert my children to Christians and the rest. I just found myself here one morning about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, what has been your experience in the 2 years of being here?
Very hectic. Since I was in military school, I've not seen anything like this.
Isn't that shocking? Meanwhile, the facility has no license as a school or as a reformatory. Nothing like that. But it took students from Burkina Faso, from Mali, from Ghana. Apparently, to some parents, it must be a form of a sort of a Harvard University. Somehow, no parents asked why. Why is it that Governor El Rufai of Kaduna State did not send his son to that school, but chose the best public school in all of Kaduna to send his son?
Why?
Why exactly? That's what they should have asked. Parents, listen to me. Please, learn from your leaders. If a school is not good enough for their children, it should not be good enough for yours. Sasha! Tweet that out. Anyway, this school has been there in plain sight. Nobody cared. Nobody asked questions. In fact, there may be thousands of such schools in northern Nigeria. Anywhere you go, Sokoto, Kaduna, Kano, everywhere. And if you go to southern Nigeria, there are thousands of so-called prayer houses that do exactly the same thing. They chain people with mental illness up, beat them and abuse them in the name of chasing away evil spirits in their head. And nobody cares. Africa, who did this to us? Who did this to us? Meanwhile, in Ghana, a senior military officer and a civilian employee of the Ghana Armed Forces have been accused of plotting to overthrow the government. I know. The government said they were plotting to seize key installations with the aim of taking over the government. Just when you thought it was only Shore that is facing such accusation. It's everywhere in Africa. The group in Ghana is called Take Action Ghana, like Ragtag Army. The government said that they illegally hired local blacksmiths to manufacture firearms and explosives. During the raid, the government said it found 5 locally made pistols. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The government said that the group's plan is to stage a series of protests and from there overthrow the government with locally made 5 pistols. Now, I think it has been a long time Nigeria and Ghana had a coup. Our politicians, they have forgotten how governments are usually overthrown. Not with locally made pistols, my friends. No. Not with a protest by 100 unemployed youths. No. You see, they have forgotten. That is why they see every protest as another attempt to overthrow the government. Nonsense. Meanwhile, in Kenya, the political situation is becoming tense. Have you been to Kenya? Wonderful. Just like in Nigeria, Kenya is engulfed in politics 2022, while Nigeria is engulfed in politics 2023. Just as in Nigeria too, the person at the center of the tension is the vice president. Oh yes. Since President Uhuru Kenyatta had a handshake with the opposition leader, Raila Odinga, he has continued to squeeze his vice president into political oblivion. Oh yeah, most Kenyans see the vice president, William Ruto, as corrupt. I think he's the Atiku of Kenya, while Uhuru is the Obasanjo. Now, the story is that some cabinet ministers are plotting to assassinate the deputy president, Ruto. Are you not surprised? The Daily Nation is saying that the deputy president is bringing in the FBI to investigate. Africa is a mess. They are importing the FBI to come and investigate. Look at where they're discussing this.
Welcome back. It's time for State of the Nation. We are having a very heated debate right here about the DP's allegations on a meeting that was happening apparently to hatch an assassination plot or an elimination.
Are you not surprised? It is so intense that the Interior Principal Secretary, Karanji Kabicho, has now filed a complaint against the Deputy President Ruto at the Directorate of Criminal Investigations.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's happening. Watch again.
Plot. Now, he has not signed or made a statement with the relevant security bodies, and we're trying to find out what the implications of these allegations are to this country. As you know, the nature of Kenyan politics, things could go left very quickly.
The nature of Kenyan politics and Nigerian politics is that things could go left very quickly. I wanted to talk about Nigeria's vice president, but the man has been suing everyone who mentioned his name on Twitter, on any WhatsApp post. So let me leave him alone. I don't want to be sued. Not now. My lawyers are not ready yet. Now, before I go, an update on the Chores case. First, play that video of my my former noisemaker giving them his middle butt. Play it again. So a judge granted Showore bail, and his lawyer Falana promised to bring him to court whenever he's needed. You think that is the end of the case? No. He fulfilled all the conditions, the bail conditions, but the DSS is refusing to free him. The first thing they said was that, oh, we don't watch TV, we didn't get the judgment, we didn't know, we don't read the newspaper, we don't trust what they see in the newspaper, we don't know. Okay. When it was shown to them that they received and signed the judgment, they claim, he's still in the reception, he hasn't gotten to the 5th floor. You know, the latest is that the DSS is threatening to report the judge who granted Showore bail to the Nigerian Judicial Council for doing that, for doing his job. It is such a shame that Buhari has never missed an opportunity to miss an opportunity. No, he hasn't. Like I said before, I have given up on Buhari. The people that I'm ashamed of, the people that I feel history will be harsh on, are people like the Vice President, Oshibanjo, and Babatunde Fashola, Minister for, I don't know, darkness or whatever, I don't know what he's doing now. These are people who said they have certificates. They are lawyers. They are even senior advocates of Nigeria. I said, to fear what? And they are there watching. To fear what? Now, here is my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book, I Am Dante, by Dante. Have you read the book? It's a wonderful book. Go to page 419. And it says, the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality. Did you get that? The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in time like today, like this period of moral crisis, instead of doing something, keep quiet. I'm talking to you, the Vice President, Babatunde Fashola. You, all of you. Anyway, until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You
I'm Dr. Damages. Do high fees damage your wallet when you send money home? I've got the damage control. Use Wave for no fee transfers. Remember the promo code DOCTOR for $5.